Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, goodness, my. I have the opportunity to be on a European UK Zoom. Well, before I begin, I want to say number one, thank you. Thank you for the incredible honor of being able to be on here. It's an amazing thing because I remember just like it was last week being able to go and hang out and have fish and chips and walk down the streets of London, and now to be able to be here with all of you. Hopefully all of you are safe and you are sound and you are doing incredibly well. Let me give praise to the leadership. I've been sitting here listening on this Zoom, and I live in Maryland, United States. If any of you have had a chance to go to the U.S., we're on the East Coast, and I'm sitting here, and I know the caliber of people that I get to work with in the United States and in North America. I know the leaders that we have in the United States and North America. And as I'm listening to this Zoom overview, I'm sitting here and the training, when I say world class, like I don't mean world class like UK class. I mean, I've literally listened to trainings all throughout North America. I've listened to trainings all, in other parts of Europe outside of the UK. And I'm telling you right now that the reason why I'm on is because you all that are on this Zoom have incredible leadership. Like, and I know that some of you know it, but some of you are new. So when you're new, you may not know, but I'm telling you, you got to listen to me. Well, number one, you got to listen to me because I'm the only one who's allowed to speak right now on the Zoom, and I'm unmuted and you can hear me, but I need you to listen to me outside of the fact that I'm unmuted. I need you to understand that you have incredible world-class leadership. And the kind of information that you receive today is life-changing. So because some of us are strangers, and and here's the beautiful thing about Zoom, you get to see people like how people are. I get to see people laying down. I see you laying down in bed. I've seen some people walking around in your underwear. Just remember, turn your camera off. I get to see people in suits. I get to see people feeding their children. I get to see people like, this is amazing. When do you get this kind of an opportunity? You don't get this kind of an opportunity. But it's an honor for me to be on. My name is James Adlam. I have been with this company for 21 years. So when Mr. McDougall was talking about that, I was thinking, oh my gosh, we got started in the same window of time. I used to be in the pharmaceutical industry. I used to work for a couple of big pharmaceutical companies over here. I got the phone call about this business from a good friend. I saw this presentation. It made complete sense. I got started. I didn't know when I got started, I enrolled into this business, I didn't know the direction that this river of ASIN would take me. I didn't expect to have the things happen to me that have happened. And for some of you right now, you are listening to this and you are trying to embrace just what's really possible in this company, how far you can go, what's available to you and your family. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to not speak for very long, but I'm going to tell you right now that if you could be anywhere in the world of ACN, because we're in 27 countries right now, if you could be anywhere in the world of ACN, you would want to be in the country that you're in with the leaders that you have because of the incredible strength, character, and knowledge of this business. You're looking at people that if you took their time and you added them all together, you'd be looking at something like a like 30, 40 years worth of knowledge in this industry. And you have it at your disposal on a Zoom. So my hope and prayer is that you really listen today. You really listen to what these regional vice presidents and senior vice presidents were sharing with you, and you really embrace the conversation. So that's my hope, okay? I'm gonna go in a couple of things. So I want you to just do me a favor, and I can actually see you. I can actually see. I want you to just lean forward just slightly. Don't get your nose in the camera. Just lean forward slightly. And I want you to do me a favor. Yes, Mr. Khalid, I'm talking to you, Mr. Khalid. I see you. Oh, yeah, I'm looking to you. That's right. I want you just to lean forward slightly and just raise your hand and say, I promise to pay attention for the next 15 minutes. Okay, now, if I go to 16 minutes, you can completely ignore me, but at least give me 15 minutes of paying attention. All right? All right, very good. All right, so first of all, I want to talk to you about what you have your hands on. Because in Jamaica, my family's from Jamaica, there's an old saying that says, fish discover water last. Because when you're in something, you don't know that you're in it. A fish in water doesn't know that it's in water. It's just in water. You are in ACN, or you're a guest looking at the ACN opportunity, but you don't necessarily know what you're in, because you're too new to know what you're in. So I'm going to highlight just a couple of things that were said today. And I want you to really think about what I'm saying. You heard Mr. McDougall talk about the services that we have to offer. Services like Joy, where you can get customers, get bonuses, get free services, earn residual income. Now, here's what I was doing. While he was talking, I was scrolling. I know you all do it on Zoom too. You hit the little arrow and you sneak look. I was sneak looking. And when I was sneak looking, I saw some people go, wow. And I saw some people go, like, talking like, hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And I saw some other people do this. And for the people that did this when he was talking, what it means is that you may not necessarily realize the epic nature of what it's like for this thing to pay you. You see, if you've ever worked in telecom, in wireless, you were paid in wireless. A salary, maybe commission if you sold in wireless. But the opportunity to earn residual income on this thing, let me tell you how powerful this thing has become, okay? It's so powerful that if you leave your house and you forget it, you immediately turn around to go back and get it. Some of you don't go back and get your children, but you would go back and you would get this device without question. You know where this is at all times. You don't know where your children are at all times. But this is how powerful this is. That when companies launch today, the first thing they think about is how can we get what we offer on here? What's the app that we need to have to get what we offer on here? Think about every company. Think about every company that you do business with. How often and frequently do you do business with them on this? Okay, so if you do business with them on this, and every company's trying to figure out how to get you to do business with them on this, there has to be a network that allows for you to do business with them on this. You can't just have the phone and just play games all day. So the money is not in the physical phone. The money is in the network that provides the service that allows for you to communicate and do business on this. And for a minuscule amount of money, you now get to own your own wireless network. Now, here's what's interesting. You have big name companies all throughout UK. You have big name companies all throughout Europe. They make billions and billions and billions of dollars. Can I tell you something? Do you realize that, let's say you built this little business in ACN, and let's say you build this to hundreds of customers paying this, or thousands of customers paying this. Do you understand? You wouldn't make billions of dollars, but do you understand that you could build a company just on this and do incredibly well for yourself and for your family? And if this was the only thing that we did, if Joy was the only thing that we did, and we did nothing else, you have to remember There are wireless companies that this is the only thing that they do. And they've made millions of dollars, and they're like when I was in UK, right? We went to these little shops and they had like these recharge cards and they were selling cell phones right in little stores and things like that. And these owners of these businesses were making money on activating these units, but they weren't earning residual income. They were getting paid one-time commissions, and you had to walk into the store and then you had to buy and who goes into a store when you're thirsty to buy water and say, you know what? I need water and a cell phone. You've never done that. So they're hoping that one day you're going to walk into the store and buy a cell phone. Now, let me tell you why this is incredible. You don't have to do that. We're not asking you to sell water and chips and wireless. We're saying you own a wireless company and you only network with your network. And when they pay the bill, you get paid every single month, month after month after month. And all you have to do is utilize the system you were taught. That's conversation number one. This thing, let me tell you this thing is a life-changing device, but it's gonna really change your life when you look at it not as a consumer, but as a business owner. That's number one. Let me talk to you about first data. Now, I don't know about you, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? This is my wallet, okay? And in my wallet, here's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see, don't try and read my numbers. There's nothing on it that you'll be excited about. You're gonna see all these cards, okay? Cards. Here's what you don't see. Here's what you don't see when I pull out all these cards. You don't see cash. You don't see cash. No cash. Now, I love coming to UK because your money's so much more interesting than US money. It's so pretty. It's so colorful. So I save it when I come back home. But let me ask you all a question. If right now you could get your physical hands right now on 1,000 pounds of cash, forget 1,000. If you could physically get your hands right now, like it's in your pocket, it's somewhere in your house, wherever you are, if you could get your hands on 500 pounds right now, raise your hands. If you have an extra 500 pounds just laying around the house right now, raise your hands. Or hit the hand up option. Okay, got it? Okay, got it? Okay, got it? Okay, got it? Okay, I'm counting. There's like 20 or so. 25, 26, okay, hands up options, 12, okay, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, got it? Okay, that's 21, got it? That's really great. 23, got it? 23 people, that's awesome. Here's the problem. There's almost 500 people on this Zoom. But if I asked you this question, if you had a debit card, a bank card, or a credit card right now, raise your hands. Every single hand would go up and every single participant would be participating. Then every time I go to swipe this card, the merchant has to pay a fee. Doesn't matter if I spend a lot of money or I spend a little bit of money, the merchant has to pay a fee. And when that merchant pays a fee, whoever the company is that links the money with the business is excited because they're getting a transaction fee. There are over $10 trillion worth of transaction fees right now happening around the world. Now, let me share this with you. Let me share this with you. Why is this important? Because you've never had access to that money before. You know, I just read an article about Amazon and how the number one reason why Amazon launched the Amazon credit card that they have was because they're thinking like a bank. That they said, if we're going to have someone use our services anyway, why not get paid multiple ways? Let me ask you a question. If you went to a coffee shop, all right? And if you went to a coffee shop and you ordered your coffee, and let's say that the owner of that coffee shop was your customer with merchant services, and you stood in a line, and it was a long line in that coffee shop, socially distancing, but you're standing in a line. And if you had to wait 15 minutes for your coffee, ordinarily, you would be irritated because you're waiting 15, 20 minutes to get to the counter for your coffee. However, if that coffee shop was one of your customers with First Data, and you knew that every transaction swipe that was happening in that business was paying you money, how many of you wouldn't care how long you had to wait in line at that coffee shop? How many of you would wait 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? You wouldn't care. Joe Dunn would be there for an hour and 20 minutes because guess why? He's getting paid from every transaction in that coffee shop. You have a business where you're literally getting paid like banks around the world on little bits and fees when people pay with a debit or credit card, which they're already using anyway. They're scanning them, they're swiping them, they're using them. $10 trillion of revenue, 10,000 swipes per second. There are 10,000 swipes happening per second around the world right now. And you have a little business where you get paid on those swipes. I mean, I don't know. Last time I checked, I was in London. I saw nothing but small businesses. Small business, small streets and streets and streets and streets and streets and streets to small businesses. And that's just London. That's not even talking about other parts of UK. All these business owners, and considering we're in a global pandemic, how many businesses, is there any one of you right now that knows a business owner that has been impacted financially because of everything that happened with coronavirus? Raise your hand. If you know somebody, a small business owner. Okay, if they could save money on their transaction fees, do you think they would do it? Well, you are now the company that offers that service. And that's incredible. That's incredible. So if wireless wasn't just enough, now you have First Data. If Joy wasn't enough, which Joy is a major industry, wireless is a major industry. Then we transition to a second major industry. Merchant processing, 10,000 swipes per second, $10 trillion per year in revenue in those little fees. And now you own a business where you're getting paid like a bank on those little fees. Okay. I just got to stop and pause for a second. Are you excited? Because I'm a little excited. I don't even live in UK. And I'm like having continental envy right now because your opportunity over there is nuts. I'm going to show you something right now that is mind-blowing. I want to give you perspective. And the only way that I could think to give you perspective is to show you, because it's one thing for me to tell you, right? It's one thing for me to tell you, but it's so much more powerful if I show you. So I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to use this Zoom link, and I'm going to bring up my page, because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you don't know how good you got it, okay? But I'm going to show you something, and my hope is that when I show you this, you get perspective. So this is the website for the United States for the services that we offer with ACN, just like your online shop. And, you know, years ago, the founders like Mr. Mike Kupis and Mr. Tony Kupis and Mr. Stevanowski and Mr. Provenzano, they got together. But actually, before I show you that, hold on, I just want to give you this. They got together and they said, we always want to be at the forefront of what makes the most sense for the greatest opportunity for the masses. And so I've been with ACN for 21 years, all right? And about 7 years ago, I would say, maybe 7 years ago, they announced they were going to be launching an energy. And they said, we're going to launch an energy, and we're going to give people the ability to get paid on electricity and gas services or fuel services. And I said, okay, like, I mean, we were excited because if ACN sees value in it, we know ACN well enough to know that what they see value in, we should see value in, because they're always thinking, they're always playing a game of chess. And chess is a game of moves ahead. So about 7 years ago, so think about it, I've been involved, at that point, I've been involved in NASN for about 14 years. And at that point, I'd already hit the level of regional vice president. And they said that if you take this energy opportunity seriously, we believe it's going to be a game changer. So I was coachable. I did exactly what Mr. Kupis told me to do. And I decided to take energy seriously. And what's very interesting is this is the truth. And I know this is recorded, but I need to give you perspective. So at that point, I've been building ACN for 14 years. I need you to hear what I'm saying to you. Mr. Michael Atiamo, are you listening to me right now? Yes, I'm talking to you. I see your face, right? Miss Maria Pineda, are you listening to me right now? I want to make sure, Mr. Skalik, you're listening to me right now. Okay. At that point, we'd already created a regional vice president business. At that point, we'd already created a large customer base. We'd already done that. At that point, I'd already been full-time in ACN for about 12 and a half years at that point, okay? They launch energy, like your blue-green energy. And within 2 years, the residual income from energy was greater than what I built in 14 years. I need you to think about what I just said. In 3 years, the residual income from energy was more than double the residual income from every other service combined. Okay? By the time we got to the 4-year mark, the residual income from energy was triple everything that I built for 14 years. Now, why am I giving you this, Philip Rock? I'm telling you why I'm giving you this. Because you don't know what you don't know that you don't know, because you don't have comparison. But I'm going to give you comparison right now, Miss Celeste, and I want you just to listen. And I want you to see it for yourself. I want you to see what you have versus what we have here in the United States. Are you ready? If you're ready, give me a thumbs up. All right, very good. All right. So this is the US website for being able to acquire customers. It's a phenomenal website. It's very similar to yours. I'm going to go to services. I'm going to go to gas and electricity. When I go to gas, electricity, it's going to give me the options. I'm going to click check availability. And I'm going to enter my postcode. So I'm going to enter my postcode in here, and it's going to bring up, and it's going to say, see your rates. I've got to click my utility company, which is where I live. And when I click my utility company, it's going to give me different options. It's going to say, here are your options. Everybody got it? That's how it works over here. But now I want to take it to your website. For me to go on, here's what I'm going to need. I'm going to click choose. Hold on one second. I just want to show you one more thing. I'm going to click choose. When I click choose, it's going to ask me, do I want to add gas or fuel service? I'm going to click no thanks, just for the sake of this. When I click no thanks, I've got to then grab the account number. I've got to answer a series of questions. Like, that's the whole process, right? And we've been able to acquire a lot of customers with that process. But now I want to take you to your site. This is blue-green. And I pray to God that everyone on this Zoom is actually really listening to what I'm saying. Because you have no idea the scope of opportunity you have right now. You have no idea. You have no idea. I'm going to show you right now. This is a postcode. I don't live in UK, and I'm going to show you how to sign this up. I'm going to click get a quote. This is just a very simple example. I'm going to click get a quote. It's going to say, would you like gas, electricity? It's kind of similar to mine. I'm going to click electricity just for this conversation. Do you know how much electricity you use? No, I don't know. What type of properties? It's a flat. How many bedrooms? It's 1 bedroom. How many people live there? 2 people, right? It's going to say continue. It's going to say, here's my 3 options. We're going to click, I want the standard option. I'm going to click continue. It's going to say, bam, here's your price. Think about what I just showed you that we do. Like, it's going to give you, it says, hold on one second. Look at this. Fixed rate per unit and protection for 24 months. Okay, let me explain why this is major. Like, you really got to hear me right now. Did you realize, what do you think is happening right now to people's utility costs, considering most people are quarantined at home? What do you think electricity bills and fuel bills are doing right now? Are they going down or are they going up? Okay, we all know they're going up, okay? And you have the ability to give someone a fixed rate for up to 2 years, and it gives them the exact number they're gonna be paying month after month after month, and they don't have to guess, they don't have to estimate. It's like gonna give it to them. And let me ask you a question. What is the population of UK? What's the population of London? Mr. Asif Mohammed, I'm gonna unmute you for a second. What do you think, unmute yourself. What do you think the population of UK is, or London or UK, do you know?
It's about 66 million in UK.
How many?
66 million.
66 million. 66 million people. Mr. Mohammed, how many of the 66 million people do you think pay a electricity and fuel bill?
100%.
100%. That's right, Mr. Asif Mohammed. 100%. And here's, thank you, sir. And here's why I'm blown away. I'm blown away that you all literally have the #1 energy opportunity in the entire world of ACN. Let me put this perspective for you. If I would have had what you have right now, day one, getting started, the story that I would have given you would be epically more exciting than what I just shared with you. Some of you don't even realize, because you're brand new, it took me 14 years to get to the point of energy. That's 14 years of meetings, presentations, offering services, all the things that we do. 14 years. 14 years, no Zoom. So if I want to meet with someone in UK, I got to fly to UK. If I want to meet someone in Spain, I got to fly to Spain. 14 years. 14 years. You're starting, those of you that are new, you're starting day one with Blue Green. But if the Jamaican saying is true, that fish discover water last, you could be sitting in an ocean of opportunity and not have an awareness of it until someone says, hey, you're in an ocean of opportunity. I am literally on this Zoom from across the pond to tell you that for all of you that are on this Zoom right now, the over 400, almost 500 people on this Zoom right now, 500 people out of the 66 million people, almost 500 out of 66 million people. How much of that do you need in order to change your life? You know, so often here, people pray for opportunity. I was listening to Mr. McDougall talk about the restaurant business. You all have seen all these industries. How many of you know in 4 months, everything changed around the world, and people who'd been in business or in their careers for 5, 10, 15 years, gone in 4 months. In the US, we have 43 million unemployed people in 3 months. That's more than the Great Depression. That took 4 years. We've done it in 3 months. They're predicting 7.5 million businesses are going to be out of business in America in the next 5 months. 7.5 million businesses. Now, I don't know your numbers, but here's what I do know. I do know that for every business that will go out of business, and it's unfortunate that will happen, And I do know for everyone over here that's lost their job, and it's unfortunate that will happen, I do know they all pay a utility bill. When we launched energy in the United States, we launched in 2 states, California, Texas. And then a few months later, they opened up another few states. So now after 7 years, because it's different here, the laws and regulations are different here, we're in 19 states for energy. 19. There's 50. We're in 19. We can only offer energy service in 19 states. You are launching the entire country. I get approached all the time. At this point in my career, when you've had a little bit of success, people approach you all the time about opportunities. I mean, I get stuff. I don't know what's going on over there, but I get approached all the time about opportunities. Hey, join our opportunity. We have this product. It came from the beluga forest, and it cures everything. Okay. Or, hey, I have this belt. When you wear this belt, if you just sit, you'll lose 20 pounds. Okay. Hey, I have this skin cream. If you use it, you'll look 25 years younger. Okay. Look, hey, God bless them. God bless if you're pursuing an opportunity to create more for your family. God bless you. God bless you. But when I get the Instagram message, or when I get the Facebook inbox message, and the person says, hey, my name is blank, I see you've had success with ACN. Are you open for an opportunity? Are you open for an opportunity to become a trader of stocks? Are you open for an opportunity to become a whatever they inbox me? I'm going to give you right now my standard response. My standard response is, thank you so much for thinking of me. I appreciate it. I wish you well in your business. However, the internet that you use to reach out to me, I offer. The cell phone service that you would use to call me, I offer. The electricity service that powers the computer and the phone that you use to reach out to me, I offer. So since I'm at the beginning of everything that allows for you to make an offer, I think I'm going to stick with the thing that's at the beginning of everything that allows for you to make an offer. At that point, they always say the same thing back. Thanks. Have a nice day. You all have the most magnificent opportunity, as I wrap this up. You have the most magnificent opportunity in Europe. You have amazing leaders. You have a company whose track record is insane. You know, I hear about the momentum taking place across Europe. I see Mr. Bosch on here. I hear about the momentum taking place in Spain. I see the momentum taking place. Look, I get the reports. I don't live there, but doggone, I'm not in a cave. I know how this thing works. You guys have unprecedented, but let me tell you something I'm so excited about, and I know I'm running like, you could technically ignore me in about 35 seconds, okay? You could, because I told you 15 minutes, pay attention. After that, you don't have to, but okay. But just focus on me for like another 2 minutes, okay? You don't even know what you don't know that you don't know that you don't know that I'm about to tell you right now, and it's so good and juicy, it's like a really good meal, okay? I need you to understand, it's like oxtail in Jamaica, all right? I need you to understand how this works out, all right? You are at the genesis. You're at the genesis. First data, Genesis. EE, Genesis. Blue green, Genesis. This is Genesis. And for those of you that take this thing seriously, you're not locked into 19 markets. You have it across your entire country. not including further expansion into other countries when it's time. You have it right now. But let me tell you something. For 14 years, I built my business. There's a message there. I didn't say for 14 months. I said for 14 years. In life, and they told us 14 years earlier, one day we're going to. And these founders keep keeping promises. They keep keeping promises. And they could have stopped this thing so long ago. And they keep keeping promises. So when they say they're going to do, it is not a thing that you have to think about. It is a thing that will come. And your time in UK has come. It is here. You have the most incredible opportunity right now. For the love of your family, for the love of yourself, for the love of God, for the love of the people that need your financial support one day, please take this seriously. Do not play. Hey, it's wonderful to play games when it is time to play games. You are not in that place. You can literally change your life and the lives of so many people with what you have with Blue, Green, Joy, and First Data EE. You have it right now. So don't play with it. Don't think about it. Don't take it lightly. You need to go all in. Like when you go in the ocean, you just dive. You need to go ACN swimming and look at what's going to happen for you in 12, 24, 36, 48 months from now. The people that take this conversation seriously, I promise you, I'm going to get a message on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and you're going to say, hey, I was on that Zoom. I took ACN seriously. I took Blue Green seriously. Joy seriously. I took E seriously. First Data seriously. We were here. My family was here, but now we're here. I'm so grateful that I took it seriously. Everyone, take this seriously. Build your business. Listen to the RVPs, the SVPs, Mr. Koopas. They will support, help, and teach you exactly what you need to do. But longevity is credibility. This isn't like a 1 week cycle, 1 month cycle, 1 year cycle. It takes time to build. But for the love of God, you've been paying your utility bill for as long as you've been independent. Flats, homes, hotels are all paying these bills. You're now getting paid on these bills. I promise you, for those that take this seriously, you're going to look up in 2021 when we come out of quarantine and everything is beautiful. Hey, we're going to come out of quarantine and you're going to be dominating Blue Green and you're going to be out there walking around the streets of London and say, I get paid on that and 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 over there and there and there. And when everyone is just getting started, you're already there. So I hope this message made sense. Take advantage of it. I look forward to seeing all of you on the other side. I wish you health. I wish you prosperity. My best to you and your families. Miss Alicia, I'll turn it over to you. Thank you so much for everything that you do and all the other amazing leaders in the UK marketplace. God bless you and your families. Be great, be incredible. Take advantage of this opportunity and take advantage of this timing. Thank you so much, ma'am. Take care. God bless.